Hi, welcome to Art of Yoga with Kat Justice. Today we are going to be doing part 4 in my 4-part Yoga for Resiliency series. So this last video is all about integrating kind of all of the work we've done with clearing the chakras or the energy centers, getting the energy flowing from the heart all the way down to our root. And we're going to work through all of that, and then we're also going to open up those higher chakras, those higher energy centers, the ones that kind of connect us to our deeper understanding of who we are, and the ones that connect us to our world around us, or our sense of spirituality and connection with the universe. And all of that is very helpful for stress and resiliency, because if we have this deep understanding of who we are, if we have this feeling of connection with the world around us, it tends to be very protective against being caught up in the stress of the world around us. So to start out, we're going to come onto our backs. So you can come onto your back with your knees bent and your feet flat. From here, you can have the knees apart or you can let them drop together, whatever's more comfortable. But go ahead and close your eyes and feel your body sink into the floor. Relax your shoulders. Breathing in and out through the nose. Again, feel the breath drop low in the body, drop down to the belly. Feel the breath slow down. With every inhale, feel the belly gently rise and open. With every exhale, feel your back and your whole body just melts into the floor. And then from here, opening your eyes, and we're going to take some windshield wiper twists. So you can exhale, let your knees gently drop to one side. Inhale back up to center, and exhale to the other side. Just comfortable motion, inhaling and exhaling, trying to link the movement of the hips with the movement of your breath. And you can stay with just the hips moving, or if it feels good, you can turn your head. You can turn in the opposite direction as the knees, or you can turn in the same direction. That works too. Just noticing what feels most comfortable, most natural in your body. Take it once more to each side. And then from here, coming back up, go ahead, step your feet in so that your ankles are as close to right under your knees as you can get them, about hip distance apart. Arms at the sides with the thumbs pointing up, and we're going to roll up and down from bridge. Feel your feet press into the floor, scoop the tailbone under. Inhale to roll up one vertebra at a time. Exhale, roll back down. Moving at your own pace. Try and feel that vertebra by vertebra motion. The knees reach forward as you lift, slowly controlling that descent as you roll down. You can imagine like your spine is like pearls on a string, or like a zipper going piece by piece. And then on the next inhale, you're just going to hold at the top, reaching forward. Feel the feet ground. And you can stay here, or if you like, you can walk your shoulders under, interlace your hands. Staying present with the breath. And then release the shoulders and roll back down. This time, once you reach the bottom, go ahead, hug the knees into your chest and just gently rock side to side. Massaging the back into the floor. And then from there, roll all the way to one side and coming on up for hands and knees. As you come onto your hands and knees, spreading the fingers nice and wide. Feeling the whole palm of the hand grounding into the earth. Again, feel that connection with the earth. And then we'll move through cat and cow. As you exhale, round through the back, push the floor away. As you inhale, gently arch. Exhale to round. And inhale to arch. Keep the face and the jaw nice and relaxed and move with your breath. Feeling that nice undulation through the spine. Just noticing the sensations of the body as you go. Gently opening through the front and the back of the body. And then on the next exhale, go ahead and sit back to child's pose, bringing the big toes to touch. Knees can separate as wide as they want and relax down. The arms can be forward, or you can fold them under your head or place them back at your sides. Just choosing the arm position that feels most comfortable to you. And then from here, as you rest in child's pose, just know at any point, if your body feels like it needs a break, this is a great place to come to. You can just pause the video and come rest in child's pose for a bit until you feel comfortable moving on. Inhale, coming on up to hands and knees. And then from here, we'll move into cobra pose. For cobra, we're going to slowly lower onto our belly. So you might want to scoot your knees back just a little bit so that you can aim your chest right between your hands. Elbows tuck as you exhale and lower down. From there, you want to bring your hands so they're right under your shoulders. Tops of the feet press into the floor. Feel the hands pull back. Then inhale, just a little gentle lift of the heart. Nothing forced. Feeling that softening at your chest and your throat. Stay connected to the breath, keep it moving. And then exhale, soften. To lift back up, think about tucking the elbows, pressing through the knees, and lift through your hips. To inhale, rise back up. And then exhale back into child's pose. Let everything relax. And from child's pose, go ahead, stretch your hands forward, spread the fingers wide, tuck the toes, and come back into downward facing dog. In down dog, let the neck relax, let the head hang. Feel the hips lift you up and back. You can leave the knees bent if that feels good. And then from here, you're just going to slowly walk the feet up to your hands. From there, bend the knees, let your body hang for ragdoll. You can sway side to side to just loosen some tension out of the back if that feels good. And then bend the knees as deep as they can bend. Push through the feet, grounding into the earth. We're going to inhale for just one earth to sky breath, rising up. And then exhale, circle the hands back to the heart. From here, bringing the feet to touch. Shoulders are soft. Feel free to close your eyes. Feel that little shift of weight, left to right, front to back. Feel the breath drop down into the belly. And then opening your eyes. And now we're going to move into tree pose. For tree, you want to feel that sense of rooting down. Again, imagine that you've got that trunk of the tree and the roots that are as big and wide as you are, as you bring your left foot up to either the ankle, inside of the calf, or lifting up to the inner thigh. From here in tree, we get to feel kind of all of that energetic connection grounding us to the earth. All of those lower chakras, we get to feel that sense of opening the hips, that sense of power and empowerment in the belly, and then this soft lightness through the heart. Feel the shoulders, the arms, the spine are all nice and light. If you want, you can add branches. And with those branches, just feeling that sense of kind of reaching out to the world, so that we accept the support that the world has to offer us. And at the same time, we allow to kind of offer ourselves to the world to see how we can help others. And then exhale. Slowly come on down, and we'll take the other side. Same process. We're going to root and ground. Feel that strong standing leg. Right foot comes up again to the ankle, the inner calf. Skip the knee. Optional to bring it up to the thigh. Hands to the heart. Feel that rooting. Feel the hips open. Gather in your strength and then soften. Optional to reach through the arms. Again, that feeling of gentle sway in the body, that little bit of motion is a good thing. What doesn't bend breaks. So we are staying bendable in order to stay resilient. Just like a tree. And then on an exhale, coming back down. Rooting through the feet, finding our mountain. As you come back out of tree pose, from there, separate your feet about hip distance apart. We're going to take one round of earth to sky to get us back to the ground. Inhale, reach the arms up. Bend the knees, exhale, let your body soften as it drops down. Inhale, go ahead and shift onto your hands and knees, and then coming up into a tall kneeling pose, bringing the hips right over the knees. If your knees are sensitive, feel free to put a blanket under them, or you can fold your mat over an extra time to give double the cushion. But from here, we're going to take a heart-opening version of Ustrasana, of camel pose. I like to give credit where credit is due, so I learned this version of camel pose from Shiva Ray, who is an incredible yoga teacher. Highly recommended. From here, for this version of camel, you're again feel that rooting and grounding down, and then think of softening and find that warmth in through your heart. We're going to inhale, lift the heart slightly, and then exhale, the right hand will come behind. It wraps behind the head, and inhale as it opens outward, looking to the hand. Exhale, wrap it back around. Inhale, lift through the heart. And exhale, left hand comes behind. Inhale, reach the arm out. Think about sending out that loving kindness to the world. And then exhale, wrap yourself in that same loving kindness. Draw it back in. Inhale, send it out. And exhale, right hand wraps behind. Drawing in. Inhale, open. And exhale, wrap it back. Inhale, lifting up. Again, think of that connection to the world around you. Send love where it's needed. Exhale, allow that same love to flow back inside. Inhale, send it out. Exhale, draw it back in. Inhale, lift. And exhale, right hand. Inhale, send it out. Last time each side. Exhale, wrap it back around. Inhale, open. Exhale, left hand. Inhale to open. Exhale, wrap it back in. Inhale, lift through the heart and hold here. If you feel great doing a traditional Ustrasana, reaching back for the heels, lifting the heart from there, feel free. If your back is like, nope, not so much, just stay here, but feel that glorious lift through the chest, soften the throat. And again, think about that connection to the world around you. And then inhale, rise it back up. And then child's pose. Exhale, sit back on the heels, let the body rest down. As you rest in child's pose, take particular time to feel your back soften. After a deep back bend like Ustrasana, sometimes the back feels a little stiff or a little tight. So we take this time in child's pose to really relax the back, to let it soften back in. using your breath like a massage. And feel free, again, you can pause the video, you can stay here for longer if your back needs more time. Otherwise, we're going to flip onto our backs. And then from here, go ahead, hug the knees into the chest, rocking side to side, and just give your back a little massage. This feeling of kind of drawing inward, like you're giving your whole body a hug. Feel free to close your eyes. And again, just drawing your awareness inside, trying to kind of sense what's happening in your inner world right now. And then from there, go ahead, take the feet to the floor. Let your arms open out at your sides, and we're going to take a twist from here. To prepare for this twist, go ahead and lift your hips up and shift them over to the right, just one little step. And then from there, you're going to let your knees drop to the left. You can keep the knees apart, or you can slide that left knee on top of the right knee on top of the left. But make sure that both shoulders stay in contact with the earth. So if that back shoulder is lifting, think about raising your knees to get it back down. You can turn your head right, left, or anywhere in between. Closing your eyes, think about sensing this twist from the inside out, just noticing the sensations of the body. But twists are very powerful ways to kind of activate all of the chakras. If you imagine like there's a ray of light going from the crown of the head all the way down to the base of the pelvis, think about kind of softening as you twist along that central line. And then inhale to come back up. Once again, you're going to scoot the hips back to midline, and then now scoot them to the left. And exhale, the knees will drop to the right. Again, the knees can be apart if that feels good, or you can stack them. If that shoulder starts coming up off the ground, lift the knees so that both shoulders are releasing down. And then you can turn your gaze right, left, or anywhere in between. Once again, close your eyes. And as you breathe into the twist, again, think about softening down that central line of energy from the crown of the head to the base of the pelvis. You can think of it like a towel, like kind of rinsing out a wet towel. Just this gentle kind of twist and squeeze. Every exhale, let your body melt into the floor. And you can open your eyes and inhale, come back up. Once again, bring the hips back to midline and then give yourself a hug. From here, you can come into a traditional Shavasana, just lying on your back, letting the legs and arms rest open. Or in our last one, we worked on legs up the couch or legs up the chair, and you can do that. Or you can come into legs up the wall. For legs up the wall, this is a really powerful way of triggering our body's relaxation response. You can do it with the hips just resting on the floor, or you can use a bolster. If you're using a bolster or a couple of stacked blankets, you bring it so that it's fairly close to the wall, but you want a little gap between the wall and the bolster. From here, you come to sit with your profile to the wall, kind of propped up on the bolster. And then you're going to roll. Usually there's no real graceful way to do it. You're just going to gently roll back until you wiggle around. Your tailbone might be slightly off the bolster. That's fine. And then from there, you bring your legs up the wall and your arms rest at your sides. Closing your eyes. And slowing down your breath. Legs up the wall and legs up the chair are these really powerful ways of activating our relaxation response, because this really beautiful thing happens to our heart when we're upside down like this. When our heart senses that it no longer has to work to pull all that blood back up the legs, when gravity is helping to return blood flow to the heart, our heart rate naturally slows down. The heart realizes it doesn't have to work so hard. And as the intelligence of our heart realizes that it gets to relax, it sends the message all throughout the body, through multiple systems in the body, that tells everything that it can relax and it can let go and rest for a while. Which is a really beautiful antidote to stress. Slowing the breath down. Becoming aware of all the internal sensations in the body. And feel free to pause the video and stay here as long as you want. Otherwise, you're going to wiggle fingers and toes. Take little circles for the ankles, the wrists. As you're ready, go ahead, hug your knees to your chest. If you're in legs up the wall, as you roll to one side, you want to make sure to spend several breaths on your side. Give your body time to readjust to its new relationship with gravity. Taking as much time as you need before slowly coming back up to seated. And as you come back up to sit, you can think once again of that image of that clear line of light. We call it the Sushumna, a clear line of energy from the crown of the head to the base of the pelvis. Think about lining up your body around that line. And then soften. Once again, returning to the sensations of the breath, the sensations of the body. Slowing the breath down. And creating that sense of calm awareness. Allowing yourself to be, again, the eye of the storm. Let the stress of the world happen around you while you keep your inner world calm and resilient. And from here, eyes can be open or closed, but you're going to inhale, bring the hands up overhead, palms touch together above you. Exhale, bringing the hands first to the forehead for peaceful thoughts, to the mouth for peaceful words, and to the heart for peaceful action. Om Shanti. Namaste. Thank you so much for watching the video and for participating in Yoga for Resilience. This was part 4 in a series, and if you're like, part 4, I just did it, I didn't know about 1 through 3, that's okay. 1 through 3 are all up on my YouTube channel, so feel free to play around, skip around, and do any of these Yoga for Resilience videos that are fun for you, that feel good. Thank you once again, and have a great rest of your day. Namaste.
Shutterstock Music.